So we are back with John Chausmer Reptiles, and today what we're going to be showcasing is these really cool boas right here, along with some other really amazing species that he's working with. All of these snakes, for the most part, are going to be for sale, so you don't want to miss this because they are some really cool animals that you may want.
My name is Nick Pulaski. Growing up, I have always had a passion for wildlife, and with that passion, along with my passion of filmmaking, I get taken on some amazing adventures creating wildlife content, getting up close with a variety of incredible animals. So come follow along as I pursue my goals of educating, inspiring, exploring, and conserving wildlife, all while having fun, seeing the beauty in our natural world.
All right, John, so another year here, and let's see what stuff you have for sale. I know you got some, you were texting me and telling me you have a whole bunch of cool stuff.
Well, this here is one of the highlights of my production this year. This is a IMG, motley, arabesque, and what I believe to be jungle as well.
That is insane. Just the patterning alone, I mean, that's really cool saddling. Has this been something you've been trying to shoot for a while now, or?
Yeah, the IMG motley itself, I mean, the IMG, as we know, gets darker and darker.
Sure.
The motley turns it solid black where there's no pattern, and I would never have guessed that the arabesque would have blotched it up as much as it did.
Because I remember last year you were really saying that you're going to hone in this year on like a lot of IMG motley kind of stuff.
Yeah,
So
when we get to the Holdback stuff, you'll see some of the VPI stuff I produced as well this year.
that's super wicked. And all these guys are going to be for sale, correct? Right here?
Correct. Everything we're showing now is for sale.
Awesome, gotcha. So really cool snake right there. Now, how's your boa production been this year so far?
The boa production's been very well. I mean, boas are, obviously up and down.
Yeah.
So I mean, we've been doing very well. We've had I think 12 good litters this year.
Okay.
And we still have more coming. So it's been a very good year for us.
That's great.
This is a Sunglow Motley, a VPI Sunglow Motley Jungle.
Wow.
And this girl is 100% het for anathoristic, so you can produce the VPI snows with that.
Really?
Yes.
That's always a bonus right there. But yeah, that salmon color and everything like that. I mean, let me see the belly again. I mean, the belly was super, super bold. I mean, let me get that focused. But yeah, wow. I mean, that's such a clean belly, and you have that nice red salmon stripe like right down the sides.
Oh, the VPIs in general have an excellent color, and they hold it excellent as an adult too.
Oh my gosh. And now, for some, like, certain snakes, like for ball pythons, and stuff like that, sometimes, like, let's say pieds, they can have markers when they're had something and stuff like that. Do you see that ever in boas at all?
It depends on who you talk to.
Like a good indicator?
There are some things like for your het anathoristic or het albino, for different traits, like with het albino for call train, you can see it a little as they mature, get a little older.
Okay.
The het anri, I mean, I'm not 100% on markers with the boas,
sure,
but it gives you a good indicator. Like a lot of them, especially when they're born in the goo, they give that whole different color and different hue to them.
Interesting.
And the color just, like you can put two side by side that are the exact same animal that are both possible hets.
Yeah.
And you can see one of them looks like the color's been drawn out of it.
Right.
So a lot of people think that's het for anri, which sometimes it is.
Could be. And I guess, I mean, with indicators, I mean, it's never guaranteed. You know what I mean?
It's never guaranteed. I mean, but that's what makes this fun.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
So this is a hypo motley jungle, just like the VPI, only it's lacking the VPI.
Interesting.
Lacking it visually. It is
Right.
it is 100% het for VPI and anathoristic.
Now it's got that little bit of a darker head pattern to that. Is that common for these guys?
It is common.
Okay.
Yeah, the hypo does that. So the hypo obviously is lacking the black.
Sure.
But they'll still keep a lot of it in the head as well.
Really? It's got that nice gravel look to it. And I mean, that patterning on the sides, again, I think I'm really eating that up a lot, where I just love that kind of...
Yeah, these guys turned out, this whole litter turned out really well.
I could tell. Well, that's pretty sharp.
Very.
That bold stripe.
Oh yeah. So a lot of the motleys in this litter came out with either 3/4 or almost full stripes.
Okay. Is it more desirable, like, to have more of a bold stripe rather than the saddle?
A lot of people like the full stripe. I mean, but again, the whole makes it nice. Where some people like just the partial stripes.
I was gonna say I kind of like the partial stripe better, where it's a little bit down the body. You see some of those saddles.
Sticking with the VPI.
And this is a jungle.
This is a VPI jungle.
Wow.
So the jungle, obviously, like I said before, gives you the the messed up pattern.
Yeah.
It also is an enhancing gene, so it obviously brightens everything up.
Okay.
Nobody wants to hold still today.
Right. Gotta tire them out a little bit.
There we go.
That's super wicked.
So these jungles turned out really nice.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, the tail is nice and blushed.
and it will stay nice and bright as an adult.
How old are these guys right now? When did you start getting your first litters born?
My first litter this year was born in March.
Okay.
So these are all between March and June babies.
Gotcha. So these are pretty established.
Yeah, they're all doing very well. And the good thing about boas too, I mean, boas will take frozen thawed almost from day one.
Really?
Oh, it's amazing. Yeah, you do have a sporadic one or two you might have to feed live, so the live does help kick them into going.
Yeah.
But most of them will take frozen thawed right away.
Well, I mean, they seem like they just have good appetites in general throughout their whole life.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
They'll take whatever.
Yeah, it's rare you get a boa that doesn't. It's not a good eater.
So your racks are looking pretty full.
Oh yeah.
So you're pretty at max capacity, I would say, almost. Just about.
I'm getting maxed, and I said I'm getting more baby racks to move in.
Okay.
To make room. This has been one of my best production years ever.
Holy
so.
cow! Well, that's good. Also.
So-
Look at this.
So this is a call snow. So it's a call strain albino snow. You have call albino and anatharistic.
I mean, that purpling, I never gets old to see every single time that I come here with these babies. I mean, you get that purpling in the saddles, and I mean, it's basically an all white snake.
The snows, what I've noticed through the years of me producing these,
Yeah.
a lot of them they'll yellow out a little bit as an
Sure.
adult. Not like an albino, but they do get a yellow hue to them.
Okay.
I've noticed the darker anery that you use. I mean, don't get me wrong. Everybody likes the light anery, the pastel aneries, and they're beautiful.
Yeah.
But if you use the blacker the anery, I've noticed the whiter the snow stays as an adult.
Really?
That's just
It's just lineage.
Yeah,
so.
just through my personal breedings.
And these are projects too. I mean, I've been hearing you work, like I said, like with the IMG Motleys and stuff like that. You've been working on these kind of projects to get to the point that you are for years.
Right.
You know?
It's been never ending. I mean,
Yeah.
there's always something new you can add to it, or something more you can bring into it. So this is a call albino motley jungle.
Oh my gosh.
So now most of your albinos are more. Now this is yellow, but it has more of a redder
Sure.
or pink hue to it. This has the type B gene that Jim Peters brought in years ago. So as these guys mature, the red will turn more burgundy or like a deeper brick red as an adult.
Okay.
Not all of them, and believe it or not, when they're born, you can look at two of them side by side and tell which one's going to have it and which one won't.
What about that blushing on the sides?
Yeah,
that's the same thing that's going to
Yeah, this is going to turn nice and red.
Okay.
So again, some are going to be amazing and
Yeah.
some will not. So I mean, it's going to vary, but they all will get a more red hue to them because these guys, the albino motleys by themselves just turn yellow as an adult.
Wow.
So this will keep it more red.
So literally, from everything I've seen, I mean, you can get a boa in literally any flavor.
Oh,
You know?
yeah. I mean, it's flavors, colors, patterns. It's just amazing. So this is another hypo motley jungle.
Okay.
This is a red line. So red line's like a line of pastel.
Yeah.
So I mean, this guy came out really good with the striping.
Oh my gosh. Incredible. I mean, even with like that partial like zigzag saddling right there, I mean, that's incredible stuff.
Currently, this one here is in the for sale rack.
Yeah.
I mean, it's as nice as it is. I don't know why,
But it's a debate.
it's a debate if I'm going to keep it or not. I mean, they say you can never keep enough, and I can never keep enough.
No, absolutely.
I keep as many as I can.
Is this a boy or a girl?
This is a girl, so obviously if I keep her, you're looking at 3 to 5 years,
Right.
Which is fine.
But I mean, that's worth the commitment right
Oh
there.
yes.
It seems like for the most part, like they're so docile as babies too. You know, I mean, if you keep them well fed, I mean, this is.
Oh yeah, I mean, typical feeding schedule. Once every 7 to 10 days is good. I mean, most boas in general, like you said, this one here is being very cooperative.
Right.
But which
They're gonna be
is
moving out of your hand
yeah.
and stuff like that.
I mean,
but they're not like snippy like some like hatches and
Right.
stuff
I mean,
like that, or
the good
babies.
thing about them is, like I said, when you first get them out, they're very active.
Sure.
And after a few minutes, they calm right down.
Tire them out.
Yeah.
You have a lot that's already been born. How many things do you have that are still like going?
Currently, we have 2 more female boas still to drop.
Okay.
We have, I believe, 3 more Brazilian females to drop. I've got 4 Colombian rainbow boas to drop.
Wow.
And then the ball pythons are still going strong as well.
So what is this guy then?
This is another version of the hypo motley jungle.
Okay.
It is in the red line pastel as well. So these guys will be nice and colorful as adults. Obviously, the snakes always look better as babies. They're
Sure.
brighter colors babies. But I think a lot of the boas, as they mature, the colors usually look better or cleaner as adults.
Well, right. As you see like them get bigger and just seeing the saddles and everything like that as they grow, I think it just looks incredible. What do we got going on here with these two?
So these are AZTEC Boas. Both of these are 100% double het VPI snow. But the one on my right is a regular AZTEC.
Okay.
The one on the left here is an IMG AZTEC.
You can definitely see the darkness in between.
Yes, so the IMG will get darker and darker.
That's literally a perfect pattern right there.
So
to see them both.
take off in there.
That's okay.
Put them side by side, but you can see the difference.
Yep.
I mean, I've got yearlings of these that are phenomenal. I said I've never seen an adult IMG AZTEC, so I don't know how black they will get. But the ones I've got are looking pretty good so far.
Pigment difference, like it's drastic.
Yeah, the IMG stands out big time.
Yeah, even the camera's not picking that up. I mean, that's a dark animal right there. And then with these guys, what's going on with them?
So these here are also in the Het Vpi Snow complex as well. They're both hypos, but obviously this is the regular hypo,
Right.
and that's the hypo IMG. So the IMG, obviously the IMG is the increased melanin gene, so you're adding black,
Right.
but the hypo takes the black out.
Right.
So the hypo will fight the IMG as an adult. So as an adult, the snake will still be black, but it won't be as black as a regular IMG.
You're gonna get some sort of like in between gray.
Yeah, they fight each other. So some of the ones I have.
Now, will the saddles get pretty dark though?
Yes, the saddles are. For the hypos, they're going to still have the whole black hue to them.
Sure.
But you're going to see, like you said, more of the saddling patterns to it. It's easier to see than what a regular IMG is.
What do you think is more desired right now, having the IMG in it, or I mean, I know a lot of people like. What are you seeing though, is commonly?
I mean, the IMG. You mean for what more people want?
Yeah.
I think more people are looking, for who want to get in easily to it. They want just the plain Jane IMG,
Gotcha.
something that's going to turn black.
Okay.
Which and the good thing about it is you buy it young, and as you're growing it up, you can slowly watch it mature and turn darker and darker as it goes.
Okay.
But I mean, with somebody like myself who's a breeder,
Yeah.
Once you add 3, 4, 5 genes into this,
Right.
I mean, the black is cool,
Yeah.
but then you're not seeing the pattern, you're not seeing all the other colors that could be there.
Right, all the potential.
But the genetic potential is amazing.
Yeah, obviously a lot of people will probably. I mean, there's a certain color and flavor for everyone, but yeah, I just didn't know what was more desired of the two.
I think a lot of it, as in the pet trade, people want to just watch their animal grow,
Yeah.
and see the changes they go through.
Okay.
Where and the breeder wants to see it as well, but the breeder wants all the other combo traits that are in there, from your AZTEC, your Jungle, your Motley, the albino, amethyristic, whatever. That way they can, obviously further that on down the line.
Interesting. Okay.
So this is a fire. The fire gene is what produces the all white blue-eyed leucistic, or the Jeremy Stone called it the Princess Diamond originally.
Really?
So this is actually a fire jungle.
Okay.
And keeping with the flow, this one's 100% Het Vpi snow. So I'm hoping to produce snow fire jungles here in the next 2 years, if not sooner.
So that's the main goal from.
That's the
for
main.
A lot of these projects is a whole bunch of VPI stuff.
Yes.
Down the pipe.
Yeah, I'm trying to add everything I can into the Vpi Snow project. I know just recently somebody created a fire anetheristic IMG 100% Het Vpi, which is phenomenal.
Okay.
So I mean, you're just stacking genes.
Sure.
You got fire, IMG, Vpi, Snow, Jungle. I mean, it's just adding all on there.
It's awesome. What's the highest gene animal, like tier-wise, that you have so far? Like 4?
4. Visually,
4.
4. I think the highest I have right now, I've got the IMG, AZTEC, Jungle, Hypo. Counted as 6 since it's Het Vpi
Yeah.
Snow. But visually was a 4.
Now, is it hard with some of them to like tell?
With the genes?
Yeah, what they are, or like.
Yeah, I mean, like the one litter I produced this year, I produced a lot of with the one IMG we showed. Let me pull it back out.
Yeah.
So like with the guy here, we showed. This is the IMG Motley Arabesque Jungle. When they're first born, the Motley and the Arabesque can usually be picked out pretty good.
Okay.
But when you add IMG to it, sometimes it's hard to pick out the Arabesque because the IMG gives them the head spear and the Arabesque gives them the head spear.
Okay.
So it took a couple sheds for me to realize what all was in the snake.
I mean, that's good though. I mean, it's better than having to wait to prove it out.
Right.
I mean, with some things, I mean.
The mother of this snake was also a jungle.
Yeah.
So it's a possible jungle. I would never. I'm not going to label it as that, but
Yeah.
But somebody who were to buy this would want, who's going to breed it down the road, would want to know that hey, there's a possibility of a jungle in there just because of the breeding jungle to jungle.
Sure.
So, but yeah.
So like with shows and everything like that, I know you like do the Cincy show and everything like that in Kentucky mainly, but like even with like getting back into like the larger scale shows with NARBC, I mean, have the turnouts been pretty good and everything like that for you? And
I think the turnouts have been great. We just did the Schaumburg show last month, and I mean, I thought the traffic through there was fantastic, and Brian and Bob do a fantastic job of advertising that show.
awesome.
So yeah, I mean, the Cincinnati show, which we run, it's been a steady flow of people. I've not seen a change in it, so everything's been good.
Yeah, definitely check them out there, and I'll definitely leave links down below so you can check John out if you're local to the area or stuff like that, or even if you want to go to some of the NARBC shows. I mean, you'll definitely, are you going to be, if everything goes well, are you going to the one in October and everything like that?
Yep, I'll be at the NARBC Tinley Park October, and I'll also be at the Daytona Reptile Expo as well in August.
No, awesome. Yeah, definitely check them out. I will definitely leave links down below. So what do we have right here, though, that you just pulled out?
This is an IMG Arabesque.
Okay.
So before we were showing the motley Arabesque, this is just the IMG Arabesque without the motley.
Get out of here. That's so sweet. I mean, honestly, I think this is probably one of my favorites that you've shown so far. I mean, that patterning, it's got a little bit of everything.
She's not turning too black too fast.
Right.
So the motley turns black really quick.
Really?
So
Why is that?
It's just the way the whole bold motley pattern is. It just takes over.
Okay.
So with this here, because the motley pattern, you got the saddles, the squares go down the body.
Right.
Where these here is more spread out, so it takes a little longer to fill in.
Okay, interesting.
She turned out really well.
All right, so holdback wise, this is the side that you got all these holdbacks. What do you got over here? What is this?
This is another combo, another hypo motley jungle.
Right.
But this is actually the first time I produced a boa with a full continuous, no breaks in the stripe.
Right. Oh my gosh. I like the color gradient right here where it gradually switches. I mean, that's incredible itself.
Yeah, the jungle does that.
Yeah.
Causes the side lateral stripings.
Okay.
And gives the color difference.
Really? So this is, like you said, this is literally your first. So like, what is your goal with this project?
Honestly, I just like the way she looks.
Just like the way she looks. Okay.
I mean, of all the years of producing boas with stripes, this is the first one I've ever had with a full stripe, and it's just like, there's so much I can do with her.
Well, it's a rewarding first time thing,
So yeah, it's a multi-gene animal. So you got hypo, you got motley, you got jungle.
Yeah.
So I mean, no matter what I breed to her, I mean, you'll produce nothing normal. Everything will come out with some trait one way or another.
Right.
Sticking with the IMG.
Yeah.
And sticking with VPI.
Jeez.
This is the VPI IMG.
Oh my gosh.
So obviously the VPI being a caramel albino. So the caramel albino will fight the IMG.
Right.
So as an adult, this will turn black, but it's still going to have the VPI color coming out from underneath. And you can see the purple hues in the saddles down here.
I was going to say the purplish,
If the camera's picking that up or not.
Yep.
But these guys, I mean, this is my first year producing VPI IMGs, and I'm very, very happy with how it turned out.
So with it becoming more black as an adult, what will mostly stand out with that?
The black's going to stand out more than anything. You're going to see a lot of black on it.
Okay.
But between the saddles,
yeah,
where the purple's coming through, that should stay there to an extent.
Okay.
We're still going to see the caramel color coming in underneath of it.
So at what stage of life, like normally age-wise, do you mostly see like them start switching to a more black animal?
Oh, it starts right away. I mean, you can some animals like with the motleys, you'll notice the color change within the first couple sheds.
Okay.
So I mean, with the IMG, everybody thinks IMG is going to turn solid black.
Right.
Yes, a lot of them do.
Sure.
I mean, even a plain IMG is going to turn black, but from a distance you're going to look at it and go, that's a solid black snake.
Yeah.
When you get up on it, then you can see the pattern a little more still there.
Okay.
There are some that will turn black, and there's some that only have a little bit of black flecking in them.
Really?
So I mean, it's rare, but
Yeah.
you do have ones that are not as predominantly black as others. So, but even then, just because it's only being minor flecking,
Yeah.
those will still produce a lot of the darker flecking.
That's so cool. So this guy right here, what do we got to work with?
So this, like we showed before,
Yeah.
which was the IMG Motley Arabesque. This is the VPI.
Has a lighter hue to it.
Yeah, the VPI Caramel Albino Motley Arabesque Possible Jungle.
Holy cow.
So you can see already the snake is darkening,
Right.
but you can see where the saddles are still keeping the
Yep.
purple hue in there a little bit.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm expecting the snake to turn pretty darn black, but still keep a little bit of purple hue to it.
With only the saddles popping out? Or?
I'm pretty sure only the saddles will still pop.
That is cool.
This is the first one I produced.
Yeah.
So
just the iridescence on that guy
oh,
is wicked.
The IMGs in general, I mean, snakes have the good iridescence to them.
Sure.
But the IMG just increases it where it just looks like a constant rainbow.
Right. Yeah, I mean, just that head pattern alone, I mean, just that speckling and everything, I mean, that's such a sharp-looking animal.
Yeah, this one here, I mean, it's only had 3-4 sheds,
Okay.
and it's already darkened a lot.
No, I'd say drastically, honestly. Besides the boas, we obviously know that you work with other species, like these ball pythons here. So, what is this guy right here?
This is last year's baby, so this is 2020.
Mm-hmm.
This is a Champagne Cinnamon GHI.
Oh my gosh. Now, some people honestly would think when you look at that, obviously, that it would look pied, but obviously we know that like champagne will bring out like that kind of patterning and stuff like that.
Yeah, the champagne and the cinnamon combining are what's doing this here.
Yeah.
What this project is going towards is the gray matter, which is the super cinnamon
Sure.
champagne. So I want to see what that does with the GHI, and I've also got Mojave stuff to add in there. So I'm trying to combine a few other things with this.
Awesome.
So but yeah, the white looks really good on him.
Yeah, I was going to say, just right down the sides right there, really sharp looking. And all these guys are for sale too, right?
Yeah, these are all for sale.
This one I love. I think it has a really wicked pattern to it. Look at this guy.
So this is a pastel banana calico, and this is also a possible hit for clown.
Just the contrast between right here and right here. I mean, these yellows right here are a lot darker, and you have obviously the speckling of purple and stuff like that look, and then like right here, it's just completely lighter. I mean, that's an incredible animal right there.
Yeah, the calico brings this high white up in here, which looks excellent as an adult.
Right, which, I mean, I love the calico gene because of that. I mean, it gives it that nice creamy kind of look. Colors are not doing this, or the camera's not doing these colors justice. I mean, it's a really nice golden color to it.
I mean, I think the calico works great with clown.
Sure.
I mean, it's more predominant, obviously, as a baby, but as they get older, some of it doesn't show as much as it should. But it looks, the calico is great with it.
No, absolutely. I think that's really cool. I mean, it does it again right here, too. I didn't even notice that. So that is just a really wicked pattern animal. And by the head. Right by the neck, too. I mean, that's incredible.
He looks really good.
Right, that's a very unique looking animal. I love that. So now, clutch-wise right now, how many have hatched right now? How many to go?
I have 15 hatched so far. I have 17 or 18 more in the incubator.
Okay.
And I think I still have 15 or 20 more females still to drop.
Oh my gosh. So you got, literally, I mean, everything is basically full house right now. I mean, you just said you had to bring some racks in and stuff like that too.
We brought in one more baby rack. We're getting ready to bring in another one.
Oh
just
my
because
gosh.
one of the baby boas are just been born, and more still to come will fill that. And then all the other balls will fill the other rack. And then, like I said, plus the Brazilians and Colombians.
It's literally a full house at the Chausmers.
It's been nonstop.
Oh my gosh. But what do we got going on here?
So this is a banana pinstripe, and this is a female.
Okay.
100% hit for piebald, and possible hit for ghost.
Wow.
Or hypo, whoever you want to talk to about that.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, you don't see a lot of banana females for sale.
I was going to say it, definitely. And once you get like a female maker, I mean, that's definitely something you want in your collection.
Oh yeah, and a lot of the bananas and the pieds that I've been producing, a lot of them are producing females, which is really good. So this year I actually had 2 female bananas breed for me for the first time this year.
So wait, you're getting a lot of females from your stuff?
I mean, so far for me, yes. I mean, for years I was breeding bananas and I never got a female.
Wow.
And then I finally had one male that produced female bananas, and I've been getting them from that male and that lineage nonstop. Now, when I say common, I'm not meaning like
No, yeah, not every single time.
not every banana, but I'm usually hitting 1 or 2 per clutch.
Right, which is a lot more than most, you
Yes.
know? And that's a big indicator right there. That's pretty neat, though. But yeah, really sharp looking animal right here. I just love that patterning on the pinstripe right there. Got pieds right here.
Everybody loves the piebalds.
Absolutely.
I mean,
Including myself. That's what got me into ball pythons. Absolutely.
I mean, I'm a huge fan of the low white.
Yeah.
I call it high pattern.
I agree. I'm the same way.
So I mean, my opinion, and this is just me.
Yeah.
You know, if you want high white, the blue eye Lucy's are the way to go.
Absolutely.
But the fact that the piebald with just a little bit of white, you know, the little bit of white down here totally jacks up. There's a little bit of attitude there.
Yeah.
Totally jacks up the whole pattern.
That's what I like about the pieds is the patterning is just they're like snowflakes for one, none alike, but like two. I mean, when you have a lot of patterning to it, I mean, it just throws out any wicked kind of coloration or anything like that in pattern.
Right.
Which is really neat.
And these 2 here are pastel pieds.
Okay.
So normal pieds got the browne and gray colors to them. So the pastels, obviously
gonna lighten them up.
It keeps it brighter, and the pied actually makes the pastel look brighter on a baby and an adult. They look really good as adults.
Right. Because when you get like a normal one per se, I mean, you're getting those orange or huge that kind of brown out as time goes on and stuff like that.
Right. So this is a superfly clown. So this is super pastel fire clown.
I mean, genes that have been around for a while, but I mean, they just make stunning animals. I mean, the clown gene is just wicked. That's something I definitely want to get into.
The clowns and the pieds are by far probably my favorite 2 traits.
Sure.
It's everything you can add to them. The actual combo of the pied clown is really cool because it gives you the pied body with the clown head.
Yeah, with the clown stamping, which is great.
So they're good looking animals.
Absolutely. Well, that's a really cool animal right there. And that's a male?
This is a male.
So what are we comparing here?
All right, so these are obviously all clown morphs.
Sure.
So, you know, we'll go with the basics. So this is your basic clown.
Yeah.
You know, I believe these are all females as well. So this is your normal clown, the patterning, the reduced, and the teardrop, you know, is obviously the pattern is what gives the clown its name. If you take the clown and add pastel, you get, you know, the pastel clown here, so it brightens it up and lightens up more. Fire brightens it up even more and gives it a little more reduced color, you know, brightens the colors, you know, reduces the pattern a little bit.
Definitely can tell a difference with the head stamps too.
So, yeah, it's just amazing. The little one extra gene, how much it changes the pattern
Right,
and
it flares it up.
It's amazing what they do.
Cool stuff. And you're gonna have a lot more clown stuff coming down the pipe too, right?
Oh yeah, almost everything I got in the incubator this year is either clown or pied stuff.
Which is great.
A lot of stuff coming. Double recessives, multiple combos, multiple hits. A lot of stuff coming this year.
Yeah, definitely reach out to him. He's gonna have a whole bunch of cool things.
This is the black pastel banana.
Yeah.
So the banana is your orange color. The black pastel is giving you more of your purple on the inlay here. So these guys here will be more purple or like a violet color as they get older.
Gosh, it's so incredible. The camera's definitely not picking it up, but I mean, yeah, just the saddling. I mean, it's a little bit picking it up right here, but I mean, just the reds on this are incredible.
I mean, being a banana, you know, obviously as it matures, you know, it's going to produce a few black spots. You can see a couple on here
That's
already.
fine.
Yeah, I mean, that's how they get their name, the banana, because they started producing the black spots. But some are going to have a lot, some are not, so they're all going to vary. But the fact that the black pastel gives it that more purple color, and everybody knows I'm a huge fan of purple.
Right.
So it just makes it look much better as a baby to all the way to adulthood.
All right, so moving on from the ball pythons, and we are showing these amazing looking Brazilian rainbow boas. Oh my gosh.
I'm not sure if the camera pulls up that color, but the rainbow iridescent popping on these guys.
Yeah, it definitely does. You can definitely see a difference in the colorations from these guys. Now, is that just from different genes in these guys, or what is going on with it?
Yeah, these are two different litters. So this one here is more of the higher red, which a lot of people desire the higher red.
Yeah.
This is more of the orange. Both my adults and that are bringing out really good orange colors. So this should turn more of a burnt orange as an adult.
How many litters of these guys have you had so far?
I've had 2 so far, and I got about 2 or 3 more still to come.
Oh my gosh, how many on average in a litter?
These have been averaging between 15 and 20.
Really? Good God.
I think I got 15 in one and 17 in the other.
Jeez.
And like I said, I've had high as 25 and 30.
Oh my gosh. That's incredible.
So more of these to come. I don't have any Colombian rainbows yet, but I got gravid females. So I should have Colombian rainbows. I should have leucistic Colombian rainbows. And then next year I'll have hopefully more morphs of those. I'll have you know, the albinos.
I was going to say the albinos that we saw last year and stuff like that. I remember those were holdbacks, so I was just trying to see where you were at with that project.
Those should be big enough to go next year.
Okay.
So yes, I should have albinos of the Colombians. I should have albino Brazilians. I hope to have striped Brazilians. I hope to have Anries and ghosts. So it's a wide variety of stuff coming next year.
So when did you dive deeper into like the Brazilians?
About 3 years ago.
About 3 years. Okay.
You know, I mean, it's just one of those things. I've always liked them. I've never bred them up until 3 years ago. Or, well, yeah, 3-4 years ago.
Because now all these traits are popping up. That
Yeah,
I've been
I mean,
seeing
as soon as I got my first ones and I bred them, then all the traits were popping up, and I went crazy and bought hets for everything.
That's so cool.
So this year, 2022, I should have. I'm hoping to hit on all the different morphs that I have, and I think I have 5 or 6 different ones to hit.
Cool.
So
it's awesome stuff.
You know.
We'll see what comes in the coming years, right, as we check these out.
Oh, yeah.
So that's a wrap. All these animals, like I said, for the most part are for sale, so definitely check John out. And John, where could they find you if they want to know more about these animals or inquire?
Chausmer Reptiles.com. Not everything's updated on there, but everything's updated on Morph Market.
Okay.
I'm on Facebook, John Chausmer, my personal page, or John Chausmer Reptiles business page, or it's just J Chausmer for Instagram.
Perfect. Yeah, definitely check them out. Thank you so much again. I mean, it's so great always coming down here and catching up and everything like that. We really appreciate it.
Happy to have you.
Thank you guys so much for watching. If you could do me a couple favors, if you could like the video and subscribe to the channel, I would greatly appreciate it. As well as hit the notification bell so you know when I upload. Make sure you check us out on social media. All the links, like I said, will be down below. And until next time, I will see you guys soon.